Let me say something that might sound simple at first, but it explains why most people never change their life. Most people don't fail because they aren't capable. They fail because they never actually decide. And I don't mean thinking about it. I don't mean talking about it. I don't mean planning it over and over. I mean deciding in a way where there's no going back. Because once you really decide, everything else has to move. We've been taught that failure is loud, that it looks like a big mistake, a crash, a loss. But most failure is quiet. It looks like waking up every day knowing something needs to change and doing nothing about it. It looks like telling yourself, not yet, soon, after I get one more thing together. Years pass like that, and nobody calls it failure, but that's exactly what it is. Most people live their entire lives in what I call almost mode, almost starting, almost leaving, almost changing, almost committing. Almost mode feels safe because in almost mode, you still get to dream, you still get to complain, you still get to say, I could have, but you never have to risk being wrong. Almost mode protects your ego at the cost of your future. You've seen this before. Someone says they're about to start something, and 6 months later, they're still getting ready. Same conversations, same plans, same excuses. Nothing moved except time. Here's the part nobody wants to admit. People don't avoid decisions because they're confused. They avoid decisions because decisions create pressure. Because once you decide, you don't get to blame confusion anymore. You don't get to hide behind research. The outcome becomes personal. Once you decide, excuses die. You can't blame timing, other people, or circumstances. A real decision puts the spotlight on you, and that scares people. Thinking feels productive, decision feels heavy. Thinking keeps all options open. Decision closed doors, and people love open doors, even if they never walk through any of them. So they keep thinking, they keep planning, they keep waiting, not realizing they're slowly choosing nothing. People say, I just need one more clarity. Once I'm confident, I'll start. I don't feel ready yet. That sounds responsible. It sounds mature, but it's a lie. Clarity does not come first. Movement does. You don't get confidence, then act. You act, and confidence follows. Nobody wakes up ready for a hard life change. They wake up tired of staying the same. That's the real starting point. Think about anything you're good at now. You weren't clear when you started. You were awkward, slow, guessing. Clarity showed up after repetition. Motivation is emotional. Decisions are structural. Motivation depends on how you feel. Decisions don't care how you feel. That's why motivation fades and decisions hold. If you're waiting to feel like it, you'll wait forever. Motivation is unreliable because life is inconsistent. Decisions is reliable because it removes negotiation. You don't wake up asking if you wake up knowing what. Most people don't fail, they stall. They stay in a comfortable middle space where they're not miserable enough to change, but not fulfilled enough to be at peace. So they drift. And drifting feels harmless until you look up one day and you realize years disappeared. It's not bad luck, that's unmade decisions. You don't need a dramatic story to understand this. You felt it. That thing you keep pushing off, that conversation you keep avoiding, that move you know you should make. You already know what it is. The problem isn't knowledge, it's commitment. Here's what changes everything. Stop asking, what's the perfect move? and start asking, what's a move I can commit to? Decide direction first. The details will come later. You don't need certainty. You need alignment. If this is hitting home, it's because you already know where you've been delaying at. Not because you're weak, but because deciding changes who you have to become. If you're stuck right now, be honest with yourself. Have you actually decided? Or have you just been thinking about it for a long time? Because once you decide, life gets simpler. Not easier, simpler. You stop debating. You stop drifting. You stop waiting. You move. You adjust. You figure it out as you go. Decide first and adjust later.